Awesome Rider Review.
Hey YouTube, Awesome Rider here, and welcome to my retro review of the Power Rangers Wild Force Growl Phone, the main morpher used by, well, the Wild Force Rangers. Pretty self-explanatory. So we'll dive right in. Obviously, I don't have the packaging for this because it's old. I actually might have it somewhere, I just don't have it accessible. But anyway, this is the Morpher. So there's a couple things about this. I'm going to reference the Japanese version in this one, probably more than a lot of the ones I normally would, because I actually own it, and there's some significant differences. But starting off, look-wise, it's not terrible at all. I think it looks show accurate. It's decent. There's not like a whole lot of details to it, but it pulls it off. You just kind of have this, I don't know, bronzish color. And the little lion head sculpt right there for the Red Ranger. And it gets the job done. Just sitting on the shelf, Red Ranger Morpher, it's fine. I don't really have any problems with it. There's nothing atrocious about it. Now the thing is that each of the Wild Force Rangers morphers are individualized by having a different head on it depending on their Wild Zord. Now this one is permanently molded on, whereas the Growl Ranger version actually had them able to slip out and you put in a new one for each animal, which was really neat and I think would have been a nice thing to have here. And the other thing about this thing that makes it unique is it actually transforms into an animal mode and then a human mode. It's not like a really intricate transformation, but it's something that's shown in the morph sequence, so it's part of it. And this one pulls it off just fine. But the thing about the other one is it included pieces for things like, for example, the eagle. It had little wings that came out of it. This one does not, obviously. It would be weird because it just has the one solid piece. But unfortunately, I think that was a missed opportunity. With this, I would have actually just been fine if we only had the swappable head gimmick and maybe not given us the other parts for like the eagle and stuff. I would have been fine with that. Like I said, as a shelf piece just for the red, it's fine, but some of those other elements were a lot more fun. Sound-wise, we'll go over this because it's pretty brief before we do the transformations. There's a little on-off switch down here, just flicking on. That's probably how you're going to use it. Open it up here. You got a full-on number keypad. They're pressable numbers, which is nice. This button here has a little sort of Wild Force symbol on it. At the top here you get their logo as well, a little sticker with circuits running through it. These are where the lights are going to happen. So sound wise it's very, very basic. All the keys do work, which is nice. You don't get that a lot anymore. This button just makes that same noise. This one is the call button. You see those little LEDs up there. And just kind of keep going for a while, and then you can stop it by pressing the button again. And then this button here is for the transformation noises. Yeah, so as you can see, very, very basic, very early days stuff. Not a whole lot to write home about. But the main feature of this is its transformation. So to do its lion mode, this might take me a minute, and I always get turned around when it comes to these, so I apologize. For its main legs, it's really easy. Just fold it out and essentially straighten it out pretty much. Like I said, I might be doing some small parts wrong, and I always get them fidgeted around. And then pull these out and you get the legs. And there you have its sort of lion mode. You can kind of adjust it more. These might push down more to make it more flat. And like I said, in the Japanese version, it had a more clear, or more distinctive versions rather, that's a better word for all the different ones, but this one's pretty much just lion. I could make it a little better, but whatever. But still, it was a very neat idea for a morpher. We haven't really had anything quite like that since, and it was only really part of the transformation sequence, but still very cool. And it also does have a human mode. It's very simple here, just fold these all the way out to make these really scrawny, long Slenderman legs. And then right here, there's a little silver piece, which is just kind of a little finger hole hold like a pocket knife, and flip it around and it's going to become the feet. Same deal over here. And then these are just going to swivel around and sort of become little fighting fists. And they got a little bendable articulation. He's like, them fighting words. And then this right here, you could probably notice, there's a, sorry about that, there's a little groove there, so you just pop that up, and you get a little Ranger-esque helmet, which is very reminiscent of their design. It's like a super basic version of their helmets. And he can stand. I'm gonna pan up here in a minute, so, you know, don't mind his legs. I guess I have him in a walking pose. I don't know what he's doing. because I'm using the small Morpher review camera, but this guy can actually stand up. So it's a very unique thing. It's very lanky, very long, slender, weird legs. But he does have little bits of articulation, which is nice. So like I showed you, you can sort of get him in some poses there, poses here. Like I said, it's very unique. I think it was a very unique thing, very neat thing to do there. And that mode is universal across them, so. But yeah, let's go ahead and transform it back while I prattle on about stuff. But overall, I think this is still an okay Morpher. Like I said, unfortunately, the Japanese version had a lot of different playability that this one doesn't have. And I do own it, and fun fact, I think I filmed a review for it, or tried to, and even showed it, but it broke like during a review. So it doesn't do, I think, the transformation anymore. That's not really a fun fact for me since mine's broken now. But regardless, this one, like I said, I don't think it's terrible by any means. I think on the shelf, if you're just interested in a Red Ranger Morpher to sit there, it looks absolutely fine like that. You still do get the ability to transform it. Damn it, I always mess this up. To transform it, you know, into its animal mode and its human mode, which, like I said, I think is unique and it can be fun. It just could have been more fun overall. And as I mentioned at the top of the review as well, I would have just taken the ability to switch out the little headpieces because it's nice to have individualization for your favorite Ranger. But overall, I still think it's solid. If you're not that interested in the other modes and you just want a nice little shelf piece, I still think it's decent for a shelf piece and for some little bits of fun. The sound's nothing to write home about. But honestly, if you do care about it in any form, I have no idea what the prices are like right now. I got mine a long time ago. But I would recommend checking out the G Phone, the Growl Ranger version, just because it is a little bit more to it. And if you're a huge fan and you can find it for a decent price, I recommend you know, just checking into it. Like I said, I have no idea how the prices right now. They tend to fluctuate. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the Crazy Podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And of course, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Ryder, signing out.